Anja Althaus zad sebe ima bogata karijera od 20 godini. Во својата кариера има играно во многу ракометни клубови, меѓу кои спаѓа ЖРК Vardar. Има освоено 3 титули во Лигата на шампиони и во 2007 со Германија има освоено бронзен медал на светското првенство. Она има живеено многу долго време во Македонија и го разбира нашиот начин на живот и култура. So how is it like living as a foreigner in Macedonia?
Exciting. Well, like it's completely different. The most what I'm probably mostly here is like I'm not a typical German, so I'm like I don't know if I'm a chameleon, but I'm just like a very open person. And for me, it was easy to not easy, but to when I started to understand the way of Macedonian living, I could handle it very well here. Like it's. I don't know how to explain you, like the Germans are like everything is just like, we are watching straight, we are not watching left and right to the different of the people. You're making your thing, you're making your job, and Macedonia, it's different. Everything, it's more emotions. There are many great things which I really like on living in Macedonia as a foreigner. Of course, there's also some things which I just think, okay, not my favorite part, but this you will have everywhere. And I have really some beautiful stories in my first time when I came to Macedonia. Like people were so open-hearted, which I really love on the Macedonians. Like the way how you feel, like you have big heart and open. People wants to show you immediately there's home, and this is what I really love to be in Macedonia.
What do you like the most?
The food. No, really, I have to say, like now when I'm going to Germany and I'm visiting my parents or my friends, like, and when I eat salad, I'm so picky. Like I never was picky like this because like the tomato is not tasting like a tomato. The cucumber is not like a cucumber, So, and I'm all the time saying like I can't wait to come back to eat good food. But also like I like the way of living.
What do you think is important when succeeding as an athlete, besides the determination, the bravery?
Well, you also need to be dedicated. You cannot just be wants to be a athlete or a professional person, and on the other hand, he wants to live a party life. And you have to be aware that this is what you really want. Like you can have talent, it's okay. You can have not so much talent, it's okay. But if you're not dedicated and if you're not decide that you give everything 300%, then you will not succeed.
Going back to the reason you came to Macedonia, what's your most important memory when you were playing in Vardar?
Oh, I have a lot of great memories actually. Like I remember the first time when I arrived, like I was like really I played in big clubs before, but Macedonia was from the very beginning something different, like from the emotions, from everything, from the team, from this what really got built up in Jerko, in the whole club actually, like from the professionality, everything. So what you got, but mostly like the fans. I have one memory which in the beginning was like after the first Champions League match, I scored my first goal. And I went in the supermarket and I stay, and like people really knows you all the time, and I really love that they just was communicative, like, and just say hi. They was happy that me as a German was here, and which for me was a little bit surprising how much the appreciation was, that you come here as a German, and for me was just like, yeah, cool, I'm so excited to be here. But this thing was so big. And then there was a moment, there was some older man, he was standing in front of me, and I feel that he was watching me all the time, but his English was not that good, and then in one moment he paid in front of me, and then when he finished with paying, he just turned and he gave me like, I think it was like a bar, something like a really chocolate, like a little chocolate bar, and in a broken English he just say, "Thank you for being here and congratulations for your first goal." I literally cried. I even got emotionally again because it stuck so much in my heart and my head, where I was just like thinking, wow. I mean, like I know that a lot of Macedonian people don't have that much, but this is like what I'm telling you from the heart, what touched me from the very first moment. We had a great time, like also with the girls. which we played together. And I think it doesn't matter with who you will speak from this time who played in Vardar, they will all tell you like it's a special time and everybody would wish this time back because it was special in a way that I cannot even explain you this in words, but it's very stuck in my path of career.
How did you find your way as a manager in the men's handball team?
For me, a lot of things are quite easy. Even if I don't know, or if I didn't study this thing, I have my life experience and I have the experience as a player. So, for example, when I took the job as a media manager, like I say, I didn't study, but I know what I have to do. But in many ways, I also finding out if you're a handball player, if you're a person of public, your job is to work with the media in good times and in bad times. Yes. It is like it is, and this is something which we also need to learn. And also the young generation, this is also something which I'm speaking, because now the world is much more different than. In my time now, I sounds all the time so old, but it is really like that. So, for example, like when I was younger, I didn't have a filter. I needed to learn to get a filter because I shoot everything out what is on my heart and on my tongue. So, and there were some situations like earlier back in the time, like when I was a player, which if I would be now, I would get I don't know how big this will explode, because there's much more attention. So you need to be aware about this. And this is also what I say to the guys. I know it's emotionally to lose a match, it's emotionally to win a match, but you need to make your job. Your job is not finished directly after the match. It's continue.
Do you think that it's really important now with the new era of social media?
Well, I think it's very important for the Macedonians. If you ask me, for seeing what the team is doing, I think it's very important to see that these guys are working so hard. Sometimes twice on the day, 2 hours training or whatever, and this dedication, but also to see how they are function as a team. You have such a big heart. You love handball too much, and you have to stay and hold together, because when you say that I'm a foreigner, me as a foreigner was missing the heart again. I remember when I came to Macedonia and I watched for the first time for many years ago a national game of Macedonia, and I was self-playing and imagined this our experiences as a player, and this was just like wow. I got goosebumps, and I will get goosebumps even if I'm speaking from that. I remember when I was playing that there was this crunch time situation, and it was really, and I just watched up in the stands, and there was I think it was a family. There was a grandma, there was a kid, there was a mom, a dad, and I think the grandma was the loudest one from all of them. And I was just this gives me so much energy, even in this moment, if you have a crunch time or maybe you just missed the shoot or whatever. And this feeling, it's so important,
How did it feel when you won that bronze medal at the International Championships in 2007?
Well, something which you always dream of. You have, when you start your career, you are dreaming, first, my thing was okay, I want to go in the Bundesliga, I want to become a national team player, I want to win medals with the national team, I want to go to Olympic Games, and I want to win the Champions League and to play in the best team. So you have your list, tuck, 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 tuck. This is what you want to achieve. And then you're working and working, you're falling down, you're standing up again. You have maybe some injury, you're falling down, you have to fight. So it's not always easy. And then suddenly you stay on the stage. And everything is just you don't know what to do first, saying hi, I make it, celebrate, screaming, hugging. It's overwhelming of emotions, to be very honest. And I think sometimes you first realize actually after what just happened.
When was your first click with handball?
I think after I got born. Because my mom played handball. My aunts played handball, and I think after I got born, my mom, she took me to the trainings, and I was she was training, and I was screaming on the side probably. So since I can think, I'm on the handball field, because through my mom, And yeah, you really have to imagine that she took me always to the trainings, and since I was crawling on the field, I was starting to learn probably there and was running with the ball. So literally, this is my story. Yes, I clicked since the very beginning. I see the light of the world.
You've had a long and intensive career, but what has motivated you to continue working in sports?
It's my life. It's my world. It's my passion. It's this thing where I want to live in, because I think that the handball world is something very, very special, and I have built my life, my friendships, everything inside. So I don't want to leave this world at all. To be honest, sometimes I think like a weirdo outside in the normal world. You know, so I really open to. I love to meet new people, to have a sneak peek inside, to learn more about. But I still think like, yeah, the handball world is the most fascinating world for me, and I will always find a way to stay in this world.
What's a message that you would have for the younger generation from what you've seen so far? What would be something to tell them?
Well, to be honest, I love the young generation, and I love to speak with the young generation, especially in sport, but also now with you here. I love to see that the kids are trying, the generation are trying, and they have a dream, and and are going for that. And this is like the message, probably what I will always say: just go for it. If you have a dream, just go for it. Don't care if somebody say you cannot do it, because then just prove that you can do it, because it's your dream and not the dream of somebody else. You know, like just telling you for me, like I had a lot of people who tell me that I will never become a professional handball player. I had coaches which didn't believe in me at all. And if you ask me for my biggest talent, I'm a stubborn head. I'm very stubborn. Like in this case, if you tell me I cannot do this, oh hell yeah, I will prove you that I can do this. So, and this is probably the message that I'm giving to all young handball talents, that I learned actually from the biggest people who tell me that I cannot do it. If you ask me now who are my best coaches, the coaches who didn't believe in me.
Yeah.
You know, like of course there was great coaches which supported me, who had a great thing, who give me the tactical things, the technical things, perfect. But the coaches who didn't believe in me and make me even more stubborn to go my way, I'm more grateful to them in this case, because I needed to show them this way, and this is my message to the kids. Enjoy the life. Things, even if you fell down, you will stand up again, and life will always continue. So, and believe in yourself, and don't try to be someone. Be yourself. I love to say, be a unicorn.